Here we go.
Here we go. Right. How about that? And here's what makes the church go round.
Yes.
Our membership check. One of them. I can't tell whether we had the other one or not. I don't have access to the checking account to look at it. I can't call it up online.
All right. Janine will have to have a look at it.
I know, but you're trying to describe to Janine what she's looking for is a whole new ballgame.
Right.
Janine's whole financial head works entirely different than mine. And I have trouble understanding her. Plus I have a pencil and paper in my hand. And then she's right. I mean, but my God, the way she puts it in her head is very, very weird to me.
Well, listen, since I mix up all the figures roundabout and upside down, it's best I don't put them in anything.
I see. Well, anyway, we have 3 milk cartons right here.
We do.
These are not the ones we washed out yesterday, though.
Or the day before.
Those are still missing.
Wanda,
I
where
don't
are
know what the lawyers had to say about it today. I did tell Shep before telling them all to out of here. But to have them down there just loading up those cars with whatever they want. I mean, there are other things that are going. The fire extinguisher.
Have they?
They go. They go pretty regularly. And several electric drills have gone, which is almost a normal thing.
Well, maybe the fire extinguishers are out. Do they go out of date?
They do, but nobody told me because you'd have to buy new ones.
Because you have to replace them. Yeah.
And the other thing is the first aid kit.
Where's
I
that?
had a nice big first aid kit with a lot of those pink things to wash off whatever you've done.
That sounds good.
The pink plastic, sort of half gummy, sort of syringy looking things. You just break the top and you've got.
Oh, you squish it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sterile liquid.
Yes. I don't know. That's the one. I don't know.
Well, we should probably just get a wee list together and see what we can come up with.
Go ahead, have at it. It's one of those things. There's so much down there.
Listen, I spend my time running around looking for blinking horse and donkey halters.
Right. There's just so much down there that you never know what's going on.
Excuse me. No, I do.
Let me tell you about another thing that's going on. I bought some grapes. I did the other day. I bought grapes. I have gone through the refrigerator and they're not there.
I have not touched them. And you didn't freeze them?
They're not what you're not allowed to eat anyway.
I'm not allowed to eat them anyway. And you didn't freeze them? You know how Janine likes her frozen grapes.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, but I have not looked at the freezer. They were green.
Oh. I'll have a wee look for them later.
Yeah.
See where
I was
they're
really kind of looking forward to having grapes.
Did you buy them in Crosby's?
Yeah.
They didn't come out of the bag. There's only
that week. It was the last week or
so
something.
middle of the week. It must have been maybe Wednesday. You went to Crosby's. I took out a key lime pie and put it in the fridge, and then
That must have been the other key lime pie because I got a new one, don't I?
no, the one you had last night, and the rest of it was blinking cookies.
I don't know, but I didn't get any grapes. It
Yeah.
happens a lot to me around here. Buy something, it ends up in a closet somewhere.
I hope the grapes aren't in the closet.
Any rate, okay. I'm glad you've given me some cornstarch for the
Yes.
bleeding.
No.
I was having trouble in the middle of the night. It started at 1 o'clock, and it was bleeding.
It's a difficult thing to stop you when you start bleeding.
I know, and I had a lot of pressure on it. This is not a comfortable position to sleep in.
No.
And I kept kind of dozing off, and I couldn't doze off because I was bleeding.
No. Exactly.
Yeah, it was. I had a lot of problems last night, but eventually, I thought, and maybe I was right, that the Kleenex that I was using was drawing it away. And what I needed was whatever they have in Band-Aid, so I got myself a Band-Aid and put that on with Kleenex on top, and that stopped it.
Yeah.
Until
I think we need to ask about that coagulant bandage. Remember the stuff they put
Yeah.
on when we went to ER? Because that stopped it. And when we'd gone in, when we had, you know, we'd had to put the cornstarch on your leg and hold it on and then try and get a crust. And that was a good thing. But I can't see how you buy them across the counter. Because I looked for them.
I should ask.
It's like that stuff you put on when you clip a dog's toenails too short
Right.
and it bleeds.
Right, and somebody said that cinnamon.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, how do I get to the cinnamon? I'm lying here like this.
And then you said, and where is the cinnamon? And does pumpkin pie spice count?
Oh,
Dear.
such a time. But I didn't call.
Well, you should have called.
I didn't push my button. That was damn close out there.
We could have, because we've got the cornstarch.
Well, I didn't know. I forgot about cornstarch.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of our first aid arsenal.
Okay. Okay.
People will think we're just very organic and natural.
I think they think we're nuts.
Well,
I'm down there in the emergency room. Here come the Indians to the farm again.
here come this lot.
She is right outside the door.
Oh, she's a good girl.
Good girl.
A very good girl.
That was a good girl. She peed outside. That was a good girl, yes. No, you can't have that one. Of all the things you have, you can't have
You cannot
it.
have this one. It is important.
This is the MEMSIC check
Yes.
for $58.75.50.
Very nice. Thank you
very,
very much.
very nice.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
That'll
That
keep
our
us
total
eating.
receipt from that is slightly more than that because of the quick picks that I get.
Right.
You're not going to go to the bathroom over there, are you?
No. I think she tried to get on that bed, but Carl said, we're not sharing.
Oh,
So now she's going to go in and, yeah, there she's
sit
settled
down
in.
on somebody's
She's settled in with Sizzle and Larky.
Here you go.
Carl, honestly.
And I don't know whether they owe us another check or not because I can't tell because I can't see it, charge account or whatever.
Right. So we're operating blind at the moment.
Right.
Blinder than
Well,
usual.
This will at least stop us from bouncing checks
Yes.
for a moment.
Yes.
And it's what we live it on. I mean, it's, you know.
Yes. And we've just had to order hay for here and hay for Meredith as well.
Yeah, so you got the hay, the hay check.
Yes, it's
It'll
coming.
take it'll be 2 loads.
Yes.
That's
Super.
just about covering it. I don't tell anybody anything, or I don't suggest it. It just they all seem to know. Hey, we got to pay them. You know,
Yes, thank you.
we need to buy a bale of hay. Everybody's working real well. You know, I don't know. And
Yep.
the number of people that read my daily doggy is so 1,058 almost every day. You know, a few more here and there. That's the number.
Do you know, I took Penny to Co-op today
Yeah.
just to, you know, take her round about the store. And as I was coming out, this gentleman said, "Oh, what a beautiful, is it a Great Dane?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "You know, I work in Home Depot and we have Great Danes come in there training." And I said, "Yes." I said, "Which Home Depot you're in?" He said, "Route 1. I said, "Yes." I said, "We were in there the other day with our donkey." He went, "Did you bring the donkey?" He's like, "I have seen nothing but pictures." I wasn't in that day. He said, "All I have seen and all the talk has been about the donkey that came to Home Depot."
That's the kind of thing we're good at.
Yeah.
And that's cheered up that whole Depot
Well,
from
I saw the lady last weekend, one of the ladies who was in the office, and she said, "When are you bringing your donkey back?" I was like, "Oh, right, okay."
But he's so good.
Yeah, he is. He is.
it's not just any donkey in the world. He's personable.
He's very personable.
You know, you could bring a donkey in there that would stand there and behave perfectly, but he wouldn't have the personality. That guy's got personality.
No, he has. He's a terribly sociable donkey, isn't he?
Very sociable.
Very sociable.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
It was lovely. What have we? Is this all we have to open?
Yes.
Okay, so consider it open.
Thank you. We'll put it up here. And don't do anything silly to it. And then you had the gentleman coming to fix your
Fixed my
stove.
stove.
So
Fixed my stove, and he took it all apart and had this big vacuum cleaner about twice the size of the one without Bud had.
Uh-huh.
And he had you know the thing you push down a toilet to clear the
Plunger?
pipes?
Plunger? Oh, a big coil
Yeah,
thing.
right. He had one to clear the pipe all the way outside.
Uh-huh. And was it really dirty?
It was, yeah, it was dirty. But he ran his vacuum hose at the same time, which had tremendous filters on it because I never smelled a thing.
Right.
And he vacuumed constantly. When he put anything in the trash can, he'd run that in just to get the fumes. He did a fine job. I was very impressed.
Oh, super.
He also at one point was bent absolutely double into the back, and there was a fire underneath him. And I thought, ooh, that's a good picture. Because you couldn't see his head, so you wouldn't know who it was. You know, and I tried to take a picture. That damn camera line
Didn't work.
do it. I was so upset. That would have been a classic picture. Absolutely upside down on his head, with fire underneath him. You know.
Oh, we fancy that.
Anyway,
Well,
he went down the drive. I wrote the check, $300.
yes.
It's a lot, but you know what the
It's
heck.
worth it for heat.
It's worth it. I like heat. And he left, and I don't think he got down the driveway, and it stopped. I go, what the hell? So I called the office again with a great deal of difficulty because, you know, me and the phone.
Yeah.
So I had an awful time getting the phone to call the guy, the office, and I said, you know, it stopped. And so let me call you right back. He called back. He said, well, give it 20 minutes and try it and see whether it goes. So I gave it 20 minutes and it didn't go. But he turned off the thermometer.
Oh.
I didn't notice that the thermostat was off. So I put that on and it fired it right up.
So
I
now,
guess
so now we'll keep a nice steady 90 degrees until next summer.
Oh dear. Okay.
Well, that's a relief. So Carlene had to sit in all day waiting for the gentleman to come because we weren't going to miss him.
No, I didn't want to miss it. That was a critical
Totally critical manoeuvre.
critical for her. You know, right.
And
Well, I did get a little bit of paperwork and stuff done.
oh, that's
I at
good.
least got it in my head what's happened so far. You know, it's there.
Good. And then, so Penny went to Co-op,
Yeah.
and then we went to Meredith, and we went in to just check the farm animals. You know, the big horses, and the farrier was there, so we watched the farrier. She wasn't very impressed.
Okay, but was she loose on a leash?
No, I had her on a leash. Well, I didn't want her to run off,
Yeah.
because the farrier hot shoes,
Yeah.
so it's very it's very smelly
Yeah.
and
I love it.
and noisy, and I did not let her off because all the horses have a tendency to eat the hoof trimmings.
Yes.
So I had her there. So we listened to that and we saw that. So that was good. And then we went to meet the donkeys and Enzo, which wasn't impressed by them either.
Okay.
But we then went for a walk, and her recall was lovely.
Yeah.
She was through the hayfield. All you could see was the tail jumping. So she had a nice run in there.
Yeah.
And then
She's a good dog.
she is a very good dog.
She's also, I think, going to drive me crazy, but she's a good dog.
Well, she's lots of energy, and
A lot
she
of energy.
went out, and she was, and it was good because that's probably the first time she's really been away by herself.
Yeah.
You know, because she's normally with the whole group.
Yeah.
So she did very well, and just kept a good eye on her so she wasn't eating stones.
Yeah, that's your next problem.
Yeah. So So we did that, and then I was checking the horses, and Jasper, you know, the little ginger dog, he was out, and so we asked to go in and meet Jasper. So we went in to meet Jasper, so she ran around with Jasper for a bit. And I thought, there's me, I'll be scoring brownie points because she'll be really tired. And that's all contained, you know, it's a safe, you know, so she could be off leash. So they had a good time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
They like to have her there.
Yeah, she was fine, she was good. Yeah. Although, I must admit, she does like sitting right at your shoulder in the car. So I kept saying, nope, in the back, in the back. And I'd get her in the back, and then she'd creep forwards. So we spent a lot of time discussing who was sitting where.
Yes. Well, she takes it from this one.
Oh well, yeah, she sits right in the middle. Yes. You're like the masthead, aren't you? So, but she did very well.
Good.
Although,
did you call her and make her lie down?
I called her back, and she came and naturally sat at the front of me.
Yeah.
And then,
well, that's okay.
because I was keeping moving, I would call her back. She'd come and sit, and then I'd say, "Let's go," and she'd move on.
Good.
So that was good.
She will come to you and lie down. Is what I was doing in the
Yes. Yeah. I was trying to keep her moving, and I know that you can do that in here anyway. I just wanted a recall while we were out with lots of distractions, and so that was super. So she was really good, and then we went back, and there was a bonfire going away down at the compost, and just getting rid of some of the roots. So I put her back on the leash, and she went to see that, and so she's had a good introduction to a busy farm. So that was nice.
Okay.
And she did really well.
She didn't have any trouble at any rate.
No, she didn't. She didn't. So that was very good. And then, what else have we got going on? There was no job today. And what date are we on?
We're on 6.
We did get a nice FaceTime call from Janine this morning to show us the scenery in Norway, and it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Very isolated.
Yes.
Very isolated. You can understand a little more of Olaf's personality when you see. That's where he lived, in that cabin?
Oh, that's just the cabin.
Yeah.
He lived in a town, a big
I know,
town.
but still.
Yeah. It seems to be quite common that people have their cabins, though. You know,
But he's the only one within sight.
Oh, I thought there was a wee hamlet. I think she was away up the hill. Was she not?
Yeah, I couldn't see it. Well, whatever. It's a pretty isolated area.
Yeah.
And furthermore, you can see because there's no trees.
Yes.
That's what makes it kind of beautiful.
Yes. And the mist just hanging in the valleys.
Mist is in the lowland.
Yeah, very nice. So that's good. And then I think Janine said she's coming back next Friday.
Could be. Sounds about right.
Yeah. So that will be good. And then I should go round and turn this way, and we can get questions, Wanda. Questions. Oh. Okay. Where are we? It is Friday.
It is Friday.
Eventually.
We like to have people.
I like to try and remember what day it is. Oh, we need to speak up. The camera actually isn't too much further away. I think what we've done is we've added in the stove, and the stove's got quite a low level amount of noise that comes out of it.
Okay.
So we'll have to try and work something out with that.
I'm not turning the stove off.
We're not turning the stove off. No, we'll be
Till
shouting.
next June.
Yeah, the June. And this time we're going to make sure we don't run out of pellets.
Right.
Because that was a bit shocking. Right. So yes, the stove did get fixed. Did he say what was wrong with it?
Dirty.
It was dirty. That's because it worked overtime. It went day in, day out.
No, I assumed the Bud was cleaning it was enough, but
Right,
he took it all apart.
right.
And he had a really strange vacuum cleaner. His vacuum cleaner was impressive.
Yeah, it's maybe just something we need to do once a year.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
And that's good to have that contact, because if it does decide to give up the ghost during the cold weather, at least we know he comes quite
Yeah.
quickly.
I wrote his phone number on my check.
Yes, that's the henny penny money that came in today, and it does carry us more or less for the whole month, and that's for, you know, it covers all the animals. We like to not have too many vet fees.
Well, yeah. The food, an awful lot of the food gets taken with the hay bill.
Basically,
You get
the hay's
you get the
covered.
hay covered, and you got most of it, but there still is food. The dog food is $100 a bag practically.
Yes.
Although we have a lot of donations, which is why we got all these
Yes.
things here. But what I should do is maybe make send them a list of what we spend. It would be interesting to a lot of these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a phone bill, and
Well, you pay your phone bill. I don't want to worry you, but you've actually been paying all the bills.
I know. There is the phone bill. There is the bill for sending out the daily doggy,
Oh, how much is that?
$76 a month.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that constant contact?
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can send in any email, and they only send it to everybody once,
Right, I see.
and they're very proud of that.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, what else do we spend it on? Gas. I get 1 tank of gas a month.
Well, the gas is about $75 a tank, and we go through that about $75 a week. And
I pay for a lot of it.
yeah, I know, but really what's happening with the car now is you're not going out in the car. So
I'm still paying for the gas.
yeah, I know. So
Yeah.
Goldy's really needs to take over the gas.
Well, if they can, fine. If they can't, I'm happy with 1
Yeah.
tank a month.
Yeah. So we've been.
I get carried around it. I mean, I go stores and things.
Yeah, I know, but we go there once we're out and about doing a job. And that's actually what works out really quite easily, because we seem to go past Henry's quite a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, see? So what we try and do is when we're out and about, and when Carlene goes for a hospital visit, she makes it first thing in the morning, and then she appears at the job at Hunt Rehab.
Yeah.
So it's so when the car goes out, it's out. You know, it's doing as many jobs. Dual purpose. And we.
It is. I mean, it's easily 75%
Yeah.
Goldy farm.
Well, it is, because it also goes to Meredith as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's constant.
And when you go down with Janine, you know, to do the paddocks in Meredith,
Yeah.
you know, so it's going back and forward there.
And that's the way my whole finances work.
Mhm.
About 75% of what I bring in goes out picky stuff that just,
Yeah,
you know, cleaning the stove, you know.
yeah. And it's silly things, because, like, I've got 6 sheets of sheetrock in the back of my car at the moment. So I've only got the 2 front seats. You know that gypsum
Sure,
Right.
Where are you going with that?
on the walls in the house?
Oh.
But it's really heavy. So we're still to get that out. So it's been there for about a week. Well, it's been there since last weekend. So
If you want to run through our trailers and what's in them that we can't use them?
it's the stuff that came out, all the,
No, my trailer that I wanted to use all the time has got 2 doors on it.
oh, down there.
Oh, down there.
Oh, I thought you meant the one outside the house.
Oh, that's outside. I've got one outside the house here, it's full of trash. But there's another, my little trailer that I like to use with donkeys.
Mm-hmm. Has it got the doors in it?
It's got something else. The
Yeah.
doors are in the
And
lawnmower
the
thing.
lawnmower. Yeah, the lawnmower.
So, you know, so the trailers are taken up.
Yeah.
And we do have a rental that That's not for me though, that's not for Goldy.
What is it?
The
No,
rent?
that's for you.
Oh,
That comes off your bank account, I'm afraid.
oh, okay, well, anyway, there's stuff.
We seem to
I
be,
should.
you should probably check your bank account because we seem to do quite a good job of diverting it your way.
Well, what I do is I usually go through my statement and check off the stuff that should be paid for by Goldy.
Yeah.
And then I see if Goldy's has enough money to pay it.
Yeah.
But I'm very sensitive that the fact that all these people want to know what, and so I'll send the whole,
Yeah.
send the whole thing.
Yeah.
But please, at that point, don't come back at me and say, why did you do this? No, I'll send it for no comments.
No comments. Switch off comments.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah. So. Oh, you can get a stop bleeding powder from Amazon for blood thinner patients. We should go and look for that actually. Yes, this was super. Fiona Howard, you know who had served, she got second gold in the team equestrian Paralympics.
That's terrific.
Oh, wasn't that lovely?
We have to be a large part of that too, because she would never do that if she had the dog to get going.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I thought Elvis had unfortunately passed away.
I think he had a right to, didn't he?
Yeah.
Once they get past 7 or 8,
Yeah, I know.
it would be time to get worn out a bit.
Yeah, because they're such big dogs. No. It wasn't Home Depot or Lowe's where Carlene was put out for speeding. It was Costco, naturally.
Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd probably get away with speeding in Home Depot. You'd be fine.
Home Depot does not have the traffic pattern that Costco has.
No,
Costco has a traffic pattern.
it sure does. Right, come on. You got to try. Really go for it. Go. Got you. She tried really hard. It was a good effort. Yes, and the thing is, if you forget something and you go against that flow in Costco, whoa. Yeah, it's a. Whereas Home Depot, you can wander around.
Well, it's a different story.
Or uh-oh, Penny, honestly, we've got enough problems with our IT department. Whereas Home Depot, you can just wander, unless you've got one of those stand-up cart things that you put the big sheets of things on.
Oh, yeah.
They don't go in a straight line.
They're cool.
They're lethal. Absolutely lethal. Now. Oh, I don't know these names. What's for dinner?
Well, I'm not having grapes.
Not unless we find the grapes.
Well, let me find them. No, I had the chicken we got out of the hospital. I finished that up.
Oh, the Parmesan.
Yeah,
Oh, that'll be nice. That's done.
that's done. I ate it already. That was my lunch or whatever.
Right.
And what else did I have with it? Oh, the salad. I finished the salad. So
Right.
I'm really cooking right along.
Right. Well, that's
I
good.
just didn't have any key lime pie.
Oh, nightmare. Imagine that.
Time for dessert.
Time for dessert. The time difference is 6 hours between here in Scotland, and they're 6 hours ahead of us. So when Janine phones or FaceTimes at 7 in the morning, she's quite far through her day, and we're just sort of like circumnavigating the coffee pot.
I wonder what he does for electricity in his cabin.
Who says he's got electricity in the cabin?
Huh?
Who says he's got electricity in the cabin?
Well, I was just thinking of
Yeah, I
charging
know.
your phone.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe solar? Uh-oh. What is it
Uh-oh.
now?
Here he comes.
So, there's 3 little girls in the driveway
Wow.
who live on Partridgeberry,
Uh-huh.
and they came by
Uh-huh.
and they asked if they could meet the animals.
Yes.
Yes, and I said, probably, but I need to consult the
Yeah.
boss. Yeah, basically.
Tell them I'll come and get them. You finish off mail chat?
Are you finished,
No,
or?
you took the questions.
Okay, they're just in the drive there.
Okay.
I didn't want to
Sit in the...
get myself
Well,
in
no,
trouble.
you can even bring him in here.
No, I'll take them down.
She
Do
doesn't
whatever
want
you
to
think.
terrify them.
Right.
So,
Oh, God.
I've just been put in the hot seat, as you can see. Where were we? The phone package. What were you guys talking about? Oh, hello.
What was that memory thing? You know, I don't know. No, we were talking about how isolated Janine is in this. The pictures she has sent from Norway.
Oh, yeah? I haven't seen those.
Yeah, okay, well, it's very isolated. I'm saying, how does she charge her phone? Are those, does they have electricity? Are those cabins that are,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
how did they get it? Old wires up in the air?
I'm presuming they got generators.
All right, stop it.
What, guys?
Hey, knock it off.
Guys, we're trying to run a talk show here.
Stop it.
Yeah, I presume so. Like my daughter Katie, she's got a boyfriend who's Norwegian, and so she goes over there quite a lot. They've got a cabin up in the hills or the mountains or whatever that the family go to, and they have internet and everything up there. So I'm presuming,
Well, just plain old electricity.
yeah.
I mean, you get internet through the air. You can't get electricity.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh, God.
Well, you can kind of get into electricity through the air on some things, but no. Well, like you can do this wireless charging on your phone, and
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah. So, but I don't. I think for high-powered electricity, it's probably a little dangerous.
Something like that.
I would think that's my sort of educated, not very good guess. But yeah, no, I think I'd imagine they have generators or.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's a bit like Scotland, where you've got these small towns up in the hills, but I mean, they're all get electricity and all modern conveniences
She's not only, it's not only small town, she's way off of
in the woods.
there's no woods. I mean, there's no trees, but you know.
Yeah, I get you.
So you can see for miles. Well, we have to clear that up and find out what's happening. But
Oh,
she certainly is using her phone without any trouble,
so apparently the football season's kicking off.
apparently.
Yeah, did you talk about that already?
No, because I don't know anything about football.
Well, one of the interesting things about the kickoff this year was they had the first game last night.
This
Yeah.
is college football or something.
No, this is NFL, yeah.
NFL, okay.
But the second game, they're having a game tonight,
Oh,
but it's in Brazil.
oh my,
Yeah. So tonight,
how'd that happen?
the Green Bay Packers are playing the Philadelphia Eagles in
Brazil?
in Brazil. Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute, why?
because it's all about expanding the audience, I think. Yeah. Maybe we should consider that. We should go to Brazil
Because
and
of
do
Brazil-
mail chat. Can you imagine, like, the viewership will go through the roof, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
We got those Brazilian guys, they're terrific.
That's right, yeah.
Wallace,
Wallace and...
his father,
I think his father's coming back tomorrow, I think.
from Brazil.
No, to finish doing the work on the porch.
Okay,
Yeah? Wallace's dad's been working.
Right at the moment, everybody's paid, is that correct? You
Yeah, I think so,
You
yeah.
gotta keep me up to date on that.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's a true statement. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Other than Wallace's dad, he didn't get paid last week.
Okay, that's one that okay.
Yeah. He just said, pay me when I'm finished.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's the kind we have to save up for. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. But you know, I think he's a pretty reasonable price anyway. But he did a day's work, so the worst it could be is a day's work. You know, and I think he'll probably finish this weekend. I hope so. Have the two missing metal cans turned up yet?
No.
No. Did you already talk about that?
No, I didn't. Not in depth. No. No, they're missing.
Patricia was asking. Patricia Murphy.
We have 3 very similar, but these are not the same ones. 2 of these are out of the arena, and 1 is off Poppy Hill. So these are not the ones that are missing.
How many do you have in total?
Upwards of 12.
Right.
It all started with a movie commercial or something, where I had one, and I liked it, and they were going to throw it out. You know, after they get through these commercials, they throw out a lot of stuff. So I got it, and I kind of liked it, and then something else happened where I needed 12 of them.
As you do.
Well, you know, for these movie things, they pay for it. What the heck? So I bought 12 from Ohio, and the freight was tremendous on them. I forgot what it is. I paid freight, but it was huge, the bill to get them here. So at that point, I had 1 plus 12. Now, whether I had a few more than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm, you know, if I see one, I certainly pick it
They're
up.
good. They're actually nice. I like
They're
them.
lovely.
I will go and take a look for them. Yeah.
Yeah, we need an official look around it. Nobody can find them.
Okay.
They were in the laundry, outside the laundry building.
So I am in deep trouble now with Dodie.
What's this?
I'm on. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry if I said it the wrong way. I'm in deep trouble now with Dodie Lloyd Dockery because when I said the Philadelphia Eagles, I spat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why the hell?
I didn't mean it. It was in good fun, I think. I'm sure you do the same for the New England Patriots, or I'm sure most people would actually do the same for the New England Patriots.
It all goes right over my head.
That is it. What's happening this weekend?
What's on for the weekend? We don't have anything special. Not that I know of.
Yeah. I'm going to keep working on a few things in the house that we're working on, and I think we've got the roof guys hopefully coming next week.
That I keep getting an email.
Yeah.
You're in charge of that.
I know. I can't sign it though because I've told.
When you need a sign, you put it in front of me and tell me to sign.
Janine needs to sign it.
Oh, well, then
just to say
Janine needs to?
well, somebody needs to approve them to go ahead and start the work.
Right. Well, yeah, but you gotta decide what that is.
No, we did decide what it was.
Oh, well,
and I've been in touch with Janine about it.
Oh,
No?
I'm the one sitting there with the money. I'm the
just,
one that has to sign for it, I believe.
I'm just,
As long as she approves it or whatever. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not in charge of thinking about it. That's what I'm trying to get
Well,
across.
Exactly. So I sent her a message earlier saying we managed to get an improvement on price. Yeah.
I saw the camera, you know.
Yeah. So
there's been some discussion.
well, there was
but
discussion
I'm
on
not
that.
staying up to speed on it.
I know, but I am.
Okay, that's
I'm on
what
top
I'm
of
counting on.
I'm making it happen.
Good.
Good. I'm your project manager.
There you go.
Heaven help you. I'm not very good at project management. I don't think we've got any other questions. I think that's it for today. Sorry,
Okay.
I wasn't as good as your normal host. I will try better next
They
time.
do like variety, this whole tribe of people.
Yeah. Wanda's sitting in the other chair there looking at me very intently,
Yep.
like I did something. But now she's looking at you going,
Checking at me.
you go to
He's
this guy.
supposed to be here. What's he here for?
Yeah. I think that is it.
That-
Oh, tomorrow is Independence Day in Brazil, apparently.
Oh.
So there's going to be lots of parades. So maybe it's designed to film that.
There's too many people in these other places. I don't want to go there where
Go.
all these people are.
Which people?
Like Brazil. There's a lot of people in Brazil.
There is.
And
You know,
they're-
Brazil's pretty big.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel kind of the same way about New York.
I read somewhere the other day that the northernmost point of Brazil is closer to Canada than it is to the capital of Brazil.
Boy, did you check it out and see whether it was right?
Well, they had a map there, and it showed
The northernmost.
the northernmost part of Brazil is closer to Canada than it is to Rio.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, then Rio. Yeah,
yeah, because it's in the south.
yeah, right.
Yeah, but Brazil, it just tells you how big Brazil is.
Brazil's big. I wish they'd stop cutting down the trees.
Yeah, I think everybody
That's
wishes
brown
they'd stop
for that.
doing that. Anyway, I think we are done. Okay, so Fernanda says that Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world.
The 5th largest?
Yeah,
What are the other two?
well, that's a good question. Well, if it's 5th, I guess there's Russia's pretty big. Yeah, Australia's pretty big.
Who is?
Australia,
Australia. Australia is weird.
yeah. USA is pretty big.
No.
Canada's pretty big.
Canada's bigger than we are, I think.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to start counting British, then British is biggest.
Oh no, Britain's tiny.
That's just that's just Britain. But when they had all these pieces,
You mean like when they owned America?
when they owned America, right? Right.
Which they don't do anymore. They don't own many of those places anymore, I don't think. Scotland's definitely not one of the biggest.
No.
No, but yeah, I think China's pretty big as well. I mean,
China.
China's pretty big. So,
The whole Asian bit is bigger than the Americas.
yeah, so Fernanda, that's a good point. She's pointing out that it's not just the Brazilians that are responsible for cutting down the trees in Brazil.
Oh, I'm sure it's
Yeah,
Americans.
there's a lot of other, I would imagine, multinational corporations
Oh, yeah.
and such like. So here's the list. Biggest countries in the world. Russia,
Well, I would-
China, Canada, USA and Brazil are the 5 biggest. I thought Australia was big, but maybe not.
I don't know.
There we go. All right, on that note, we will hang up for today and look forward to seeing you on Monday and have a great weekend.
Yes, things like that. By
Good
all
night.
means. Night. Make it go away now. The bottom corner.